Well, as far as the exam goes, I have a detailed answer key that I've made for the exam. I'm going to put it up in D2L in content this afternoon. I would highly recommend you go through your exam, take a close look at anything that you did not do fully correctly. Okay? So make your way through that. Most of you actually did pretty well on this. I was actually pretty happy with it. But there are some of you that have some work to do in certain particular areas, whether it's mole conversions or writing equations or stuff like that. So that's what you need to be working on. The Chapter 10, Mastering Chemistry, will be due next Monday. We're going to pretty much finish Chapter 10 today. We might have a little bit left on Thursday, but we'll get almost all the way through Chapter 10 today. A week from today is our third quiz. So covering Chapter 9 and 10. So from Chapter 9, you'll have to write electron configurations. You'll have to identify and count valence electrons. You'll have to draw orbital diagrams. Those are the little boxes with the arrows, right? Those kind of things. So, so those are orbital diagrams, the boxes and the arrows. Okay? You need to be familiar with that. But that's the exact same idea as the mastering chemistry when you were putting those orbitals together, and it was just sort of stacking them up like that, but same exact idea. Okay? In Chapter 10, you'll have to draw Lewis structures. That's what you were practicing in lab. You will also have to identify shapes and polarity. That's what we're going to be working on today. Okay? So experiment 5 today. Today at 11:30 is the last experiment 5. So if you haven't had experiment 5 yet, that's today at 11:30. Experiment 13 will be this Thursday as well as next Tuesday. So be sure to prepare for that. Okay. Who has any questions? Anybody? Yes. Why not? That's 1s2, 2s2. This one? No. This one? Oh, how to draw. How to use the drawing tool. That, okay. Got it. Let's see if this works. So on ones like this, let's make that a little bigger. Usually you just pick the atom first you want and you can click. And then, oops, let's make this so you can see it. There we go. Oops. And then if you pick the little single bond tool, you can make bonds by dragging from that. Oops, except it already, I didn't do that quite right. There we go. you have to start actually on a bond, and then you can on an atom, and you can drag away from that. So to make a double bond, you just use the bond tool and you just click right on the bond itself. It's usually easiest to just make all the bonds first with C's, and then you can go back in and change it. If I wanted to make that an O, oops, it's got to be right on. Got to be the little hand tool, and you should be able to turn that into an O. No, maybe not. It's a new drawing thing, which I'm not a huge fan of. Oh, so, okay. Erase. So you do have to select the atom first. So if I wanted to make that a CO, I'd have to do like that. There we go. Then I can add lone pairs on that. You used to be able to just add all the atoms and then change them to what you want, but it looks like what this wants you to do is pick the atom that you'd like and then drag the bond out. Sort of like that. Okay. So you can mess around with that. This first question in here, this one right here, this introduction to drawing Lewis structures, that's the one that sort of shows you the drawing thing. And this one, it's as long as you submit something, you get credit for it. So this is the one you can fool around with and try it and do what you need to in that one. Okay. It does require Java, so don't save that until Monday evening and then be not able to get Java installed on your computer. So get started on that one early and make sure that you can access it and you can actually get there. Okay? Good question. Thank you. Other questions? Okay. So those of you that